Ever notice how a party in Canada can win a majority government with less than even 40% of the vote? That's not a glitch. That's how our first past the post system works. It's simple, fast, and familiar, but it also means that millions of votes don't become any seats at all. And when that happens, people start wondering, is this system even fair, or is it just convenient for big parties?
As Gardner et al. 2022, page 288 explains, all normally functioning states require legitimacy. The people must accept both sides of the state's policy goals and the process by which its leaders gain power and govern. If citizens stop trusting the process, if they feel their votes don't matter, then the legitimacy of the whole political system starts to weaken. That's a real concern in Canada today, where turnout keeps slipping and cynicism keeps growing. You can't have a healthy democracy if people think their vote doesn't count or matters.
Under first past the post, Canada is divided into 343 ridings. In each one, whoever gets the most votes wins, even if that's only 30 or 35%. The result is that large parties with concentrated regional support can dominate, while smaller or newer parties struggle to get any seats at all. As Garner et al. Reminds us on page 154, institutions define the rules of the political game and ultimately shape who wins and who loses. And our rules are built in a way that decides winners long before election night.
Representation isn't only about numbers, it's also about who gets a seat at the table. Canada is a settler society, and Gardner et al. On page 296 notes that the state actively works to shape national identity. This is especially true in settler states where government and society sought to assimilate both Indigenous peoples and newcomers from racialized backgrounds. When Parliament doesn't mirror the population it serves, when women, Indigenous peoples, and racialized communities remain underrepresented, those historical patterns of exclusion don't just disappear, they evolve.
According to Fair Vote Canada in 2023, countries that use proportional representation elect twice as many women and significantly more diverse candidates than those using first past the post. That's because in proportional representation systems, they make every vote count, so parties have an incentive to appeal to a broader range of people and not just swing ridings.
Political science Aaron Liphart in 2012 compared dozens of democracies and found that proportional systems produce legislatures that better reflect social diversity while still delivering stable, cooperative governments. Contrast that with systems where, as Gardner et al. On page 210 put it, the president and legislature are driven by competing beliefs in their own public legitimacy. Canada's version of this tension shows up when our regional vote splits, making national governments look strong on paper, but divided in practice.
So, what can we do about this? A mixed member proportional system could be a balanced solution. It keeps local MPs, but adds regional seats to make the overall results match the popular vote. It's not perfect, because coalition governments can take more negotiation. But, as Liphart in 2012 says, collaboration can actually strengthen democracy, not weaken it.
At the end of the day, democracy isn't just about casting a ballot, it's about being heard. If legitimacy depends on people accepting how leaders gain power, then reforming Canada's electoral systems isn't a radical idea. It's a necessary step toward making sure every choice and every vote truly counts.